We are live. Whatever that
Let me
means.
check it because fucking. I always have some fucking audio
Nine,
issues.
9 out of 10 times it doesn't work.
Right? It's okay.
So, see if it's the thing.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, that's a start. I think, assuming it's working, that's about the most seamless time ever that it's actually worked the first try. We've got our same
Still
usual
coffee.
high amount of
That's yours. I don't want it in front of me.
viewers. Oh, now we got one already. So,
So we're beating last week's record.
yeah, let's see this. We can fuck it up.
All right.
But yeah, that's what's happening. Been a while. I think the last time we did it was before Christmas or just after. It's been a little bit, right? Because I was
Yeah.
out of town for New Year's.
I
Then
was
last week you were in
out of work. Yeah, and Page for work.
You were in Page.
And then yeah. So sorry about not coming live to you guys more, but hey, we got busy. We really try to be consistent on doing this once a week.
Daniel thought we weren't doing the podcast. See, that's what you get for thinking.
That motherfucker need to stop thinking.
Goofy bastard. He must not have known Mikey owed me a couple dollars, and we were definitely doing it for that reason.
I had to bring the money down here and give us a reason to meet up.
You kind of held it hostage a little bit.
No, I mean,
we're doing the podcast? I don't know. Well, that's when I was going to bring the money. Oh, fuck.
Well, fuck you. I like doing the podcast. It's a good time.
Carla was kind of like, you're not doing the podcast, are you? Mike's got that money for you. She's like, okay, do the podcast. Everybody's all for it. So
everybody's for it if there's money
involved. You got another 6 days to figure out how to hold some more money hostage so to kind of continue for next week.
Oh, fuck you. Just make a time and a place, you know?
Yeah, it's just this time is tough for me. The last 2 times we've had a total of 1 or 2 viewers. I think 2 of them were probably us, and the other one was.
I mean, it don't matter how many viewers as long as we're doing it together. You know, we're not doing this for viewers. We're just doing this for fun.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a great fucking time.
Yeah, I got I think pretty soon I'm gonna be doing 2 podcasts a week.
Yeah.
As soon as I get this, Nikki's gonna build me the banner.
Have you see my fucking nails my wife just did last night?
Oh, look good. I guess.
Baby blues, man, they're fucking flashy.
See,
got them ready for the hood ride.
The remember that movie Motocrossed, and the girl was racing, and then they caught her out because she had painted nails, and she's like, "It's for the bar pump."
Never seen that movie.
Really, is a Disney movie.
No.
Yeah. See, the thing is like I don't know why girls get their nails done. Because I even when I was single, I never looked out. I was like, oh man, look at that girl's nails, right?
Oh, I love freshly done nails.
Like girls do their nails for girls, so like there's no reason I would ever look at a guy's nails and like, oh, that's the thing. No different than if you had one of those like European satchels, you know.
I get a lot of compliments on the nails, but never from men, just women.
Of course, girls like nails for each other. Same reason girls like purses.
Yeah.
Like the only guy thing you're really gonna do is maybe like a watch, like nice watches, but like. I know quite a bit about watches. And I don't know nearly enough to really compliment people's watches or talk about them.
I don't compliment a watch.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't know. There's nothing the guy's gonna do. Definitely not gonna get their nails if there was such a thing.
That's all right. Fuck them. They don't know better. This shit looks pretty.
So what's happening? We got the annual hood ride. You know, this year's gonna be cold, right?
It's gonna be fucking freezing this year, but I'm ready.
So the high that day is 56.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to happen at 5 p.m. In the morning, it's like literally 42.
No, it's on my side of town. It's gonna be like 36 when I'm riding for the breakfast.
So even worse, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. But bundle up and you'll be fine. Once that sun comes out and starts beating down on you, it warms it up a little bit.
See, somebody there knew about motocross. It's an awesome movie. It was a good movie. It was one of the few. So Disney had a couple. It was that one. Brink was a rollerblading movie.
Fuck your Disney movie. Are you coming to the hood ride?
I don't know. See, the thing is,
I'm saying I don't know to kind of like have that cushion so you don't have to go.
Well,
just make a fucking commitment.
No, I think there's a good chance I'm going, but if I do, the reason I've been evasive about it is because I'm gonna put like my shit in a trailer, show up, get in, get out. But I'm not.
So you're not going to Country Boys?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't be going to that either way. No.
Oh, that's the fucking best. That place is awesome.
So the problem, remember last year, for one, I was like just got back from Los Cabos, and that was when I was taking all that Mexican Adderall.
Yeah.
And I had like terrible heart murmurs. So I was out front thinking I was going to have a heart attack and die. Right. Josh was there smoking chain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Newports.
Yeah. And then he wanted to punch this tweaker homeless guy for something. I can't remember now what the
Well,
dude was doing.
That dude was on a mini bike. I thought he showed up to ride with us, and apparently
he just happened to. He
randomly
was
there.
just in the area with the
And
mini
we
bike.
told him
Remember?
about the hood ride. He said, "I'm gonna ride the canals there."
Yeah.
We told him where it was gonna be at. I'll be right there. Takes off.
Yeah, no, he was on his way. He never showed up. But yeah, no, and then I had sat down that dude that you guys all love that has like 10 different swords. He was there.
Oh, that guy's fucking awesome. I forget his name. I
Yeah,
think it's Brandon.
nice enough guy, but I remember
Yeah.
him being there. But at any rate, you guys are honestly too like I love you and stuff, but you guys are embarrassing as fuck to go to like restaurants with. There was
Why
like
is that?
I don't loud, obnoxious, like own the place type of shit, and you're in like a thing.
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. You're in a,
It's
and
the
you're
same thing as a bar. You're
and-
supposed to be loud in it.
bar is completely different.
No, bar, restaurant, same shit.
No, fuck no.
That's all hospitality industry.
Then what in 4 weeks whatever, then then like you guys go to these shithole places, they have a daily special, that's how a place sucks. You walk in like, dude, especially last year, the economy is red hot. There's no reason for a business to have a special, right? They don't need to drive business. Walk in, oh yeah, 4 hams, 2 gravies, this and that, $3.99. And one person working, and that one person's like the server, the host, and the cook. And it fucking service sucked. So it's like, no, I'm not even for $3.
The service didn't suck. I ate.
Yeah.
I was done eating within an hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah, but you make it a point. You go in, you're demanding, you go in tyrannically. Hey, I'm here, need my food. That'd be cool, great. Meanwhile, that thing's had like been stomped on and everything else, and everybody else that's like super nice was like nobody even ate. So anyway, that was the experience.
I ate, so
that was the experience.
Hopefully it's better this year. We'll see.
Well, can't be any worse.
Yeah,
so
true.
that's they set the bar so low that
Yeah,
I'm not sure that
I mean,
the only way is up.
What's the worst that can happen? We don't eat at Country Boys and we eat somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
yeah, so something to do, I guess. But yeah, at any rate, entirely too far onto that side of town for me to go.
The hood ride is going to be awesome, by the way. It's thrown by the AZ mini bike riders every year on that Facebook page. But I mean, they're talking over 400 mini bikes kind of thing, just overtaking the streets of South Phoenix, and it's just.
I always wonder when they're going to shut it down.
They just can't.
Oh, they can.
They can
very easily. Yeah,
there's too many bikes. They don't have the manpower on the police force to shut it down.
They don't need to get everybody, but after they arrest about the 7th person, nobody else is going to be fucking around.
No, you just got to be fast.
I mean that, but it just people will just go home.
Yeah, no, I'd be running. I'm not going home.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm completing the ride.
You're the only one. That's why I feel like a lot of the people like that are on the mini bike page are like, oh, I'm not making it this year because they don't want to like get in trouble for hosting it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really get in trouble for hosting.
Sure, you can.
Thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That's like the whole Rico thing. That's how they got him. Is like just being part of the organization.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just surprised that it goes on as much as it does. But it's pretty harmless. You know,
most cops don't give a shit. They wave. They think it's funny.
It's just harmless. People got to wait an extra couple minutes. And at the light, and it's quite the spectacle, right? The worst thing that happens, and you kind of take the risk, is getting rear-ended. That's the thing I'm always most worried about is getting fucking rear-ended by some guy on a mini bike with their handlebar with no grip,
and it happens,
and it hit me at 92 miles an hour in the back. Like I'm always worried about the rear-ended part.
Happens a lot.
No,
but you just gotta watch it. You gotta watch your 6 just like you're watching in front of you. That's all it is.
Yeah, you got to drive like you and like 10 bikes around you. But
you can't just have tunnel vision out there. You got to be everywhere at once.
How come nobody seems to really run GoPros and like because there's always like really good crashes every year, and nobody seems to get it. Like
there's a couple people I feel like with the GoPro, it's the issue is
the editing. It's too much time afterwards.
Oh my god, it's so much.
Even with like the GoPro software,
it's tough.
So I feel like you just plug it in and just
like on my YouTube channel, Martin, he edits all my videos, but for like a 5-minute video, he'll sit down for a 10-hour edit.
Yeah.
Just on one of those and just, slap it together kind of thing. And it's like, man, like that's a lot of time spent sitting in front of who the fuck. Everyone wants to make the video and buy the GoPro and record it. But as far as like making the film, making the transitions and the music and everything pleasing to the eye, so no one wants to watch some choppy shit.
Yeah, I see.
That edit. So that's why I feel like you don't see more GoPro videos from that ride is because the editing aspect of it.
Not only that, but also, I mean, not to be mean, but there's a financial component at work there where, if your best and highest valued thing in your life is a fucking Coleman mini bike that's $200, I have a hard time believing you got an extra $421 for the GoPro or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of those videos are shot with cell phones.
Yeah, man. And when I went and brought my GoPro setup, I bought extra batteries and then the dual battery charger and all this shit. And
yeah, how much is the whole thing?
Over $800 on this whole fucking setup.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah, it gets expensive for sure.
I had the little cube one for scuba diving. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the session or whatever.
When that first came out, it was the wide angle, had like the fisheye lens, but it was
Martin,
like the
Martin
cube,
will run the session one. He'll run his other one. He likes to run as many cameras as possible to get different angles. Which is smart when you're making films.
Yeah. What's funny though is I've told a few people about the hood ride, and they're always like this one, and it's always Martin's video.
Oh, really?
So I think he's really like the only one that even has quality hood ride videos out there.
There's a couple, but yeah, I think Martin's is pretty much the most quality you can get on the hood ride videos. For sure.
But yeah, that should be fun. I think the weather's going to keep some people at home for sure.
No. People come to this rain or sun. It could be raining and 40 fucking degrees, and that thing would be packed. It's a once a year thing. It's so huge. No one's missing it.
Dude, last year it was perfect weather. It was so nice.
Last year was decent.
Not decent. It was like perfect. Remember riding home on Grand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were falling asleep on 75th Avenue. You almost rear-ended somebody going full speed.
Sometimes you got to take a nap on your Grom.
You literally fell asleep riding a fucking motorcycle.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's not
because I stayed at your house that night, didn't I?
Yeah.
But I think like you guys stayed up all night or real close to it.
Well, I don't sleep at night is the issue.
Yeah. A lot, so I crashed on your couch. I remember waking up, and that was the whole deal there.
Yeah, I mean, thank God you did, because I don't think, it's tough for me to wake up. So hopefully my wife wakes up this year, because I got to leave my house at 6:30. I got to be up by 6, no later,
Yeah, you guys in that bullshit. It was even like I was talking to Daniel about it today because he wants to take the electric bike, and so I was like, well, fuck, I obviously got to haul it down there. He couldn't ride it from his house to there, nor can he put it in his car, Either I was like, there's no way you're going to get to the shop. And then like without hesitation, he's like, yeah, no. Like the daunting task of waking up before like 8 o'clock for you fucking stoners. It's just incredible. Like
either way, it's gonna be ape shit. So that's the ride you just don't want to miss. Like you have to come. I mean, I don't care. Like I've quit my job before to come to this ride. Right? Like I had a job wouldn't let me off for the Saturday. I
Seriously?
fucking quit it 100%.
When did you first start coming with GoPeds?
No, it was the year after GoPeds. So after when I first got into GoPeds, and then I got introduced to the mini bike thing, and it was
because I went on it the first time with.
I think it was four rides ago. That was my first one. I think they've been doing this 7 years.
Oh, really?
I think I missed the first 2. I think I've been to the last 5.
Yeah, see, I went to the first one with GoPeds. I mean, I'm sorry, with which I brought 2 GoPeds. My buddy Freddie, remember, he's in prison now, but me and him went and ran out of fuel on the way.
Yeah, that was my second or third, because I had done it on.
What were you on that year?
I was on my GoPed with the 212.
Yeah, the super GoPed thing.
Yeah. Fastest GoPed.
Because I remember, Justin Nichols and all those GoPed guys were there. But last year, I don't remember any GoPeds, if there were.
They were there.
Really?
They were there. Make sure you find me on the hood ride. I got a special surprise coming, and it's going to be epic.
What are you bringing? Anything badass?
Well, yeah, it's a super joint.
Oh, that. Were you saying like a big secret?
No, I mean, it's just cool, man, because last year I thought I had the biggest cone they make. It held a half ounce. This one holds 3 ounces. Bringing a 3-ounce joint.
How are you going to get it there without even breaking it in half?
It comes in a box, and we'll put it in my backpack, and hope for the best.
How are you going to grind that much weed? You're going to have to use like a blender.
I already use a magic bullet for my weed at home, so I already have a designated magic bullet for it.
So you really do use like a blender?
100%.
See, I have a blend tech.
So what I'll do is I'll pull everything off the stem, and then once I pull it off the stem, I toss it in, and it's half a second. It's fucking,
But see, perfect. I have a blend tech. Which is like the best blender or whatever.
I just want the cheap magic.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you had that, you could literally put the seeds, the stems, everything in there.
No, I don't want that though. I don't want to smoke that ground up stem shit.
You're gonna smoke 3 ounces anyways.
What?
You're gonna smoke 3 ounces anyway. You can take one of those.
It's fucking. You ever smoked weed with ground up stems in it? That's fucking nasty.
Oh, you got somebody that's real interested in.
Oh yeah, it's a 3-ounce joint. It's fucking be ready. I'm actually rolling it tonight. I'll post a picture later. It's gonna be fucking epic.
Dude. You got to make a boat with a Grom engine. So what's funny is, Carla and I are under contract for a house over here, and it's got one of those where you could ski in the community.
Yeah.
So Daniel wants to make a fucking boat with a Predator engine. So I'm sure that'll be the next thing.
It's that neighborhood.
That'll be the next big distraction here.
I know exactly what neighborhood you're talking about. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's way cool.
Is that in your backyard? Well, you have
our backyard. No, it's we're on the park side. In theory, if it happens.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so that'll be the next big distraction. You're going to come here and go, oh, yeah, what's going on at Akuta Motorworks, you know? And there's going to be Daniel trying to build a fucking goddamn boat with a lawnmower motor.
So why didn't you get the water access stuff?
That's like another $200,000. There's one for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I always, like, when I used to fish at Arrowhead Lakes, night fishing, you know?
Yeah.
I'd always, you know, look in people's backyards. I mean, not like fucking weirdo status, but, you know, I'd be fishing and whatever. And then I'd see the people that they live in Arrowhead Lakes, but they didn't have a lake backyard. And it's like, the fuck you live in Arrowhead Lakes for? You don't even have the lake.
Yeah.
That boggled my mind, you know?
Yeah, it's part of the thing.
Yeah,
you
what are you
know,
gonna
so.
You can't have it all, but you'll be in the community, so you can water ski.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. I can't water ski for shit.
I've never really done. So that's the thing is like two things. We're going to have to get a boat first. Second, got to learn how to water ski. I've never done it.
All right. You going to do it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think that there's a couple different manufacturers that make small, like Ski Nautique makes like a small just for skiing ski boat, you know, to hold like 3 people and a dog, you know, type
Sweet.
of thing.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So we're going to be kicked out of the thing. But anyway, that's your, I just saw the comment about the boat with the Grom engine. So we're going to do it with the Predator.
So
motor.
Hood Ride, don't fucking forget, you know? It's going to be the fucking greatest shit ever. I don't care if you got to quit your fucking job. If I was dead, I'd still be at the fucking Hood Ride. So it doesn't, you know, there's no excuse.
It's just, it's cold. So that part sucks.
Yeah, but it's called layers, motherfucker. You can throw on 3 layers and go. Just peel them off as you go. As it gets warmer, throw them in your backpack.
I mean, assuming it's warmer, that's going to get like,
you know, I mean, it's riding in 50-something degrees ain't terrible. I mean, I rode home from here, yesterday?
I mean, it's not
It
ideal.
wasn't terrible. I was doing 95 on the way home, and I just had a sweatshirt, hoodie on.
I'm going to bring that big trailer and a generator and a fucking heater, and just before the ride, just be sitting in.
You motherfuckers and your
that.
freezing cold shit, man.
I don't know. I mean, you get a little carried away with the I'm not getting cold stuff.
I mean, I'll admit if I'm cold. If it's cold, it's cold. When I was working at Page with that wind chill, I mean, that was fucking cold. But I mean, it was about 21 degrees with wind, you know, 15-mile-an-hour wind. That's fucking cold. But here in the valley, it's tough to get there. I mean, 40's not cold. With the wind, 40's cold.
It depends what you're trying to do, too.
But we don't have wind here. We live in a fucking valley. It's stagnant.
If you're sitting in the car and going down the road, no, it's not cold. But if you're trying to like work, it's shit outside. It's fucking cold, and some things it depends what you're doing. You can't really dress for it. So like, you know, if you're just like digging a ditch, you can wear big gloves and big boots and big, you know, and you wouldn't be that cold. But to bitch about it, like when you're doing stuff like mechanic stuff here, you know, fuck man, it's cold. You can't. What are you gonna put on your hands? You know, like rubber gloves.
I gotcha.
You know, so it depends what you're doing. Like,
I guess
you know,
what I got going for me is I just run hot. You know, so.
Well, that you don't do anything.
Yeah, so when I'm actually moving,
you don't run shit. That's your problem. You don't run at all.
When I'm actually moving,
I'm fucking can't run. What do you?
I'm
run?
sweating dick, you know. So the cold is just kind of it's refreshing to me.
Yeah, because you're going from the couch to the car. So for that 11, you act like you're sitting outside. You're fucking doing nothing. You're just chilling.
Yeah.
So you can't really even like, you know, you go from one conditioned space to the next. Like. You don't even have a dog in the fight. Like you can't even make comments about temperature or weather. You know, you do it just for like pillow talk. Oh yeah, how was the weather today? Oh yeah, it was great. I remember last year. You know, something to talk about
for sure. Give you something to talk about.
There's like a saying. It's like if it wasn't for the weather, 9 out of 10 people couldn't start a conversation.
Really?
So it's kind of that. But you know, the bottom line is, fuck, man, you don't do shit. You know.
I hear you.
I mean,
I'm gonna start doing shit.
You are?
Yeah, this year's the year, man. I've been doing fucking killing it.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out though.
Take over
I'm
the
doing
world.
something badass this year, motherfucker.
Somebody's selling Girl Scout cookies. So here's where they fucked up, whoever that is.
What?
Mike, when we had the
Badass
poker
Girl Scout
games here, used to buy Girl Scout cookies like by the case.
Yeah.
That was also when that was like Mike was balling out of control.
Oh, I had
Showed up
COVID
with 2
money.
cases of
Samoas.
2 cases.
I would see. Here's the issue.
I ate a bunch of those too.
I would love to buy them this year, but I'm on a really strict fucking diet, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
I just cannot eat them. Because last year, I mean, I was going through about 3 boxes a day to myself, and that's not joking. I'm not 3 cases, but 3 boxes. You know, I crushed a fucking 2 Samoas and a tag along like it was nothing. I mean,
Your poor
but,
toilet.
you know, that's why I was fucking 290 fucking pounds. You know.
This person right here missed the boat by a year. You know, there's like that's because
My
Mike.
motherfucker got 300 boxes. Fuck. No,
Damn.
here's the thing: is last year,
Dude, those kids are like drug dealers.
Russell Gremlin on the page, he
Yeah.
was trying to be top dog because all the housewives were trying to sell all the cookies.
Right.
Well, he had a girl in Girl Scouts and he was trying to be top. So I was buying most of my cookies off fucking Russell, man. He was fucking killing it.
They said you're gonna lose weight and look like a cartoon. That is funny how skinny that motherfucker is. I'm pretty skinny here too, though. I kind of, yeah. But dude, think about the concept of that. They are like pimping them kids out.
Oh yeah,
because they got them kids slinging Girl Scout cookies. Like you never go to the store and see Girl Scout cookies. This is like one of the first. What do you call it? Like when a manufacturer goes right to the market, bypasses the retailers. It's like a consumer direct product.
Yeah,
and
they own it.
And they're like, here, we're going to do two things. We're going to play on two of America's weakness, right? One is like philanthropy. So, hey, you're going to be doing a good thing here. And we goddamn well know that you want about 8,000 calories in this box. So we did that for you too while you're at it. And it's only $8. But if you think about it, you could go to the store for like $3 and get like Chips Ahoy, which are actually good. So like
the Girl Scout cookies are good though.
See, I never saw that side of it.
I think the biggest thing is like, I think this is the novelty that makes them so good. Kind of like that shitty McRib. That thing's trash, but the fact that it only comes around once a year just makes it novelty.
Oh yeah, no, they put the restriction on the supply, so like
100%.
all of a sudden that it's an artificial way to create demand is to like
motherfuckers just $5 a box. The kids get $1.50 out of each box. God,
but
Girl Scouts of America's fucking killing.
But so like the Girl Scouts, what are because like the CEO of Goodwill makes like $18 million a year.
What kills it?
Right?
Yeah.
I bet you the CEO of like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and matter of fact, I know somebody the other day we were talking about the Boy Scout guy was getting like $2 or $3 million a year, but he was just like in Arizona president. Like, what the fuck does the Girl Scouts even do? What is it for? Like, do these kids not? Is it for kids with no dad? Like, go fucking ask your dad if you need $1.50. What the fuck you at my front door for? Like, you got all your limbs. You seem reasonably well put together. You are a potential like collegiate athlete in the making. You've got all the things going for you that are going to guarantee success. And you need my fucking $1.50? How broke are you that you need me to give you $1.50?
They have the nonprofit aspect going for them. They paid the money and they filled out the correct forms to be a fucking nonprofit. And now they don't have to fucking pay taxes, right? So they killed it.
But trips, okay, yeah, it goes to trips, etc. They don't make money. Good, they don't need to be making fucking. Why do the Girl Scouts go? I can't go on a trip, and I work all the time. You're gonna come get $1.50 from me, so you're sorry I can go on vacation? The fuck kind of Ponzi scheme is this bullshit? I'm over there working, digging a ditch,
100%.
Eating that for my lunch, and the Girl Scouts are Turks and Caicos because these motherfuckers work for 3 weeks a year.
And you can't deny them. I mean, you walk out of Walmart, and you got this fucking little fucking girl in her uniform.
Oh yeah,
she's holding this box of cookies with her eyes. She knows what she's doing, right?
Yeah, no.
They learn young to get what they fucking want, being fucking girls, right? And all of a sudden, she's standing there.
Yeah,
please, mister.
When it's like a junkie or whatever, it's so easy to like, hey man, fuck yourself. Like the kids, like
Girl Scout, you gotta buy it. You gotta buy it, but you can't tell them no.
No, next time I walk out of the store, see the Girl Scouts, where the fuck are your parents at? And what do you need my $1.50 for?
Yeah, right.
What that's bullshit.
I motherfuckers got the square card readers out there and everything now.
I overdraft my shit. So now I got another $36 charge because these motherfuckers need
$34. It's not $36.
So I got an NFS fee or whatever, $34 to give this motherfucker $1.50 cost me $36.
Right.
Or I guess to give them $5, of which they're getting $1.50. So I pay $36.50 or whatever the thing comes out to, $35.50. Chase Bank gets the first 34 of it.
Oh yeah, they're
the fucking local troop pimp. He gets the next $3.50, and the kid that's going to Turks and Caicos or whatever that don't deserve a fucking thing gets the other $1.50
for the trip, but they don't actually get any money.
Yeah, now they're
just get money towards the trip.
The kid's kicking it, 5-star hotel. The troop pimp, he's doing whatever he's doing. We've got a Cadillac, right? Chase Manhattan's posted record fucking stock profit, and my stupid ass is broker than I ever was, all for some shitty cookies.
I'm opening up a nonprofit. I'm gonna actually classify myself as a church soon, and it's gonna be the Church of King Hillbilly, so I don't have to pay taxes.
If you want a nonprofit business, buy Okuda Motorworks. Fuck, I got one for sale.
That's a negative profit.
Yeah, it's not even nonprofit.
I don't want a negative profit.
It's a fucking goddamn.
So I don't have to pay fucking taxes.
Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah, we'll never have to pay taxes. Cause fuck. We need $1.50. Fucking, we're gonna have Daniel's sorry ass selling fucking fortune cookies out in front of the fucking. Hey, sir, you want to buy a box of fortune cookies? And we're gonna be so broke it won't even have the tagline inside. You know, it's just gonna be the fucking shitty cookie, and you're gonna like hope in the middle's some little glimmer of hope, and it's nothing.
Oh my
A
god.
fucking receipt.
It's gonna be fucking fortunes that Daniel handwrote.
Oh yeah. Try hard and you will go 75 with a predator. What did your fortune say? It says electric motor go very fast. Yeah, dude, we got it all wrong. Here we are trying to fucking fix up Coleman mini bikes to make money. I had no idea we should be slinging fucking fortune
You
cookies.
should put them on the fucking corner.
Absolutely. Going door to door. You know, but
hello, my name's Daniel. I'm from Okudama Works, and we are trying
we're
to.
raising money for local troop 001. Is it 101? 001. It's the first one, and we're trying to get some money together.
Trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah, are you guys going on vacation? No, actually, we're saving up to get a pre-roll. How come this cookie costs $96? Well, we work 32 minutes a week, and so we really got to make it up in margin what we lack in volume. You know, I don't know, man. Fuck Girl Scout cookies, how they could pull that shit off. Good for them,
They fucking
you know.
kill it, man.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I was in the Boy Scouts. You know, we used to do the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
We
The
go-
best thing that could happen to the Boy
We
Scouts,
go
like,
around selling those coupon books that no one ever fucking uses. You know what I'm talking about? The white ones were fucking that thick.
those were a scam. See, I used to sell the
Yeah.
newspaper door to door.
Oh, okay.
That was my, my first job I got when I was not even joking, when I was 8. That's when I got my first job.
You were 8.
8, yep.
Okay.
And then when I was 14, I had my first kind of like real job. I worked at a barbershop and swept hair up.
I did that too. Great
Yeah.
clips at 15, but
And then at 15, in like a couple of days, that's when I started selling candy door to door. And that was a sham. That was a legit pimp, like real pimp. He would get just a bunch of kids, and we went around and told people we're raising money to help kids stay away from drugs.
yeah.
And we sold this shitty candy for like way too much.
Yeah.
And we
I
got
the
like,
Soretta bars,
but they
that
just
were
paid
like
us.
$5.
they paid us, and it was like we got like $3 a box or whatever, you know. And what the smart kids would do is they would go out, sell all the stuff, and at the end of the day, be like, dude, we got robbed, man. But then, any rate, so then and they kept all the money. Yeah, yeah. They
right.
and then they just got fired, but they
Yeah.
got, they went out one day and got paid in the shade. So, at any rate, and then I sold the newspaper door to door. And the way that
was
worked
terrible,
was we
wasn't
said,
it?
I mean, I did that for years, but yeah, basically said we were with the NIE program, so it's newspapers and education. And so we're selling newspaper subscriptions. And in return, the Arizona Republic is going to give a subscription to each school.
Right.
Complete bullshit. And then we would make more money going, oh, no, we don't need the newspaper. Or, oh, we already have it. And then we would ask, can you make a donation? And we'd keep those fucking donations. And so we'd make more money a night in donations than it would make it.
yeah,
Because we got $6, you sold the newspaper.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of times people, and it was like a $25 order.
Yeah, donations are great. I mean, you can really never say,
Yeah.
no to like a donation, right? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is like, then you could super hustle it, right? So like your boss would go, hey, if you get 5 subscriptions tonight, I'll give you an extra $30, right? And
Yeah.
a subscription, let's say, is $20.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we would do is get a bunch of donations and 4 newspaper subscriptions. And that 5th one, we'd be sending the fucking newspaper to whoever, the neighbor down the road. And somebody
Yeah.
was getting signed up that night for the thing.
Smart.
And then we
Make
get the
it
extra
money.
$30
Yeah.
from the
100%.
newspaper pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Fuck.
I don't think you can even do that anymore, man. Door-to-door sales.
I don't think so. Nobody answers the door.
But how is the telemarketing legal? These guys call me 15, 16 times a
my
day.
God. Hey, the bill collectors are at large
And
again.
fuck it, you deserve that one.
No, I don't.
I don't need a car warranty. You need to pay your Discover bill.
Fuck them. They should have known better from the start.
Hey man, no soliciting. Oh, this
Gi-
is sir, this is your mortgage company?
Give- Give me,
Hey
a,
man, I've told you before.
give me a credit card where they knew damn well I didn't have a job. Stupid asses. Not my fucking fault.
So yeah, I don't know how it's illegal for door-to-door sales. Like, I mean, people are so scared now, they wouldn't even open their door.
I don't open my door. Right, I hear the doorbell all the time. Most
Really?
of the times it'll be
Who
like
is it?
my friends' kids from school. See if my friend, my kids' friends, see if my kids come out and play, and I just don't open that shit. Who the fuck rings the doorbell? It just scares me. You ever been just sitting there watching TV, the doorbell ding, especially you stoned as fuck.
The worst part is
Scary as
you
fuck.
got
Yeah, I'm
like
hiding behind the counter and shit.
the worst
I'm
part
telling
is
the whole house,
no.
"Shh."
Fuck,
We're not here.
Shut up. Nobody's stupid. For one, you can't. You got like 19 dogs, and they bark no matter
We
what.
got 4.
Doorbell goes off. All 19 of them are fucking going crazy.
100%, but they don't know I'm home just
The
because the dogs are home.
person at the door, all they can hear, shut up,
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
home. Shut up, Tom, we're not here. It's sorry, it's SRP.
Yeah, no, these motherfuckers even got tricky. Did I tell you the one lady that showed up on my birthday? She must have known my birthday from being a process server, but shows up with like this little
No
collage
way.
of succulents, like the plants, and I could tell.
What's she trying to serve you for?
Some fuck, I don't know. She never got me, but she was ruthless.
Then how do you know she was a server?
Because she used to wait like a couple houses down and shit. I'd see her SUV and
And
I've
what do
seen
you-
her multiple times. I'd fucking open that garage door and fly out of the truck, dude. Run it, fucking hit the button, before get
Really?
inside. Oh, 100%. You gotta dodge those motherfuckers. Some of them are they'll just keep
man.
coming back. I
Dude.
think they get paid or bonused out if they get the serve.
Oh yeah, no, I know because I had to hire him before
Oh yeah.
to serve my neighbor, and that one guy, his name was Jeff
And I think
Wowski.
when you pay the money, it's only 3 attempts, and if they can't get them within 3, they charge you again.
Yeah, no, they but this dude literally just camped out in front of the dude's house, in front of the neighbors, and at like 7:00 in the morning, he rings my doorbell. Oh, what's happening? He's like, I got him. And like 6:00 in the morning, goes over and serve the neighbor. Yeah, like they're hardcore.
Yeah.
Uh,
But they're
I don't know how them people don't get their asses kicked, man. Because the thing about it is, like, if you're going through a divorce, which is not a fun thing, right?
Oh yeah.
And you can't really take it out on anybody but yourself. But none of us want to, or nobody wants to blame themselves, right? So here comes this little scrawny fucking loser, dickhead, couldn't get a job at Wendy's, so he's in my front yard
Uh-huh.
giving me some paperwork, talking about I got a court date. I don't understand how people don't beat the fuck out of him.
You know what?
That makes sense. I mean, I would get why they would just beat him
be
up.
a perfect process server because look at this. You're not seeing process server out of this. You're like,
Huh?
this guy's fucking lost. He's trying to rob me. You're not guessing I'm the server guy. I can get you to admit you're yourself pretty fucking easy.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like with Facebook now it'd be so easy because you just look on somebody's page and be like, all right, this motherfucker likes the movies, and the new shit's coming out on Tuesday. You just wait for this.
Just wait at AMC.
You just had AMC, yeah.
With your picture standing by the there.
Or
it
just show up at their work.
is.
I'd go. I mean,
No, it's very easy to stalk people now. I'm not
Dude.
saying I do it, but I could be doing it.
That's
I
like,
don't.
shut up. You're a fucking weirdo. That is like the super Karen job,
What?
process server.
Yeah.
And I would get it. Like if they paid enough money, I would do it. But like imagine being like
It'd be fun.
to who?
Like in that movie Pineapple Express, Seth Rogen at the beginning, he's the process server. He's got the different costumes and shit. Like that'd be fun. man.
That's a glamorized. Just like
No, that's how it really is.
oh yeah,
I'd
just
be dressing up like a doctor,
just
sneaking
like
in
in
the
a-
hospital.
just like in a porno when the pizza guy shows up. If you
I
could
delivered
really get
pizza
laid
for 4
being a
years. I never had that happen to me once, by the way.
dude, people would be paying to be the pizza man. If you could get like hooked up every time, and like you'd go to like Rosati's and be like, hey, $800 tonight, and I'll be the pizza guy. You'd be fucking there'd be a bidding war to get that job, and then you'd be the pizza guy out smashing everybody's wife or the plumber. Yeah, if that really happened, you know how fucking people would be a plumber. But no, that's like the worst job ever. Like I think like that and the repo guy. Like how could you even? And it doesn't pay that well. Like if it paid a couple $100,000 a year, I'm in. Like let me come and processor, repo guy
You can
thing.
make money at repos. You just got to get the
But
repos.
how much can you make? I mean, let's be
I don't
real.
know.
You ever met a guy like, damn, dude, how do you end up in Paradise Valley on top of the hill? Yeah, man, it wasn't easy, but I repoed a lot of shit.
Never mind.
Yeah, man, I got an F-250
Alright,
out there
alright.
with the hook,
Yeah.
and I just hook up and fucking.
I mean, okay, it's probably fast, easy
No.
cash. Okay, you're probably not going to get rich off it.
Like, why didn't you finish medical school? Shit, started repo business.
I mean, hey,
Fucking learn.
what do they
row.
pay per repo?
Oh, probably a couple $100. Those guys do it just to be dicks and hard asses and like
It would be fun though.
honestly,
I think it'd be
repos
fun and
like
dangerous.
don't get too offended. Repos are for fat guys that can't fight. They just show up. They want to be Billy Badass. Did a little bit too much coke, couldn't make the police or whatever it was, and now all of a sudden they're gonna be the fucking guy.
But see, I don't want to be the guy. I think it'd be fun though.
How would that be fun? I mean, there's some fucking person there can't wait to get up in the morning, drive their car, and all of a sudden they're your sorry asses dragging down the road, and I love it when the front wheels are locked up,
Right.
and the alarm's going on.
I mean, you should have paid your note.
I mean,
Right? I don't pay my note, but
Are you-
check it out.
motherfucker, you just had the
100%.
Discover lady at your front door with
100%.
succulents.
And here's the thing. I would have hit that fucking car a lot fucking better.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
You can't leave that motherfucker in the parking lot if it's getting repoed. You gotta hide that bitch.
Oh man, when we were kids, they used to fuck because you know, my parents were getting their shit repoed. So by the time I watched all that and it came my turn, I was already a pro. And so I knew fucking damn well not to park out front. We had a big RV gate in the back. My shit was always in the backyard.
Yeah.
And so they'd call, hey man, we got to get this truck. Let's just be amicable about it, you know, this and that. And I act like I knew what that meant. I'm like, no problem, come pick it up. Oh, where you at? Fuck, I sent the dude to Tucson one time. All over the place. Oh yeah. No, I was like, if you come today, I'll meet you, you know, right here in Tucson, all this. And fuck, hey man, getting off the I-10. Look at me, sorry. Yeah, so you know, so you know, but that's because I learned that was just that, you know, poverty is intergenerational. You know, my parents kind of paved the way for it, and I was perfect for the matter. You know, so anyway, but no, fuck that, man. Why do you want to be the guy that has to ruin somebody's day for a living, and not a good living?
It's basically hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, no, it is, all right?
It's more like hide and tweak because that's the only people you're getting. The fucking repo guy's a tweaker. The people you're stealing the shit from is a tweaker. And it's like, who can out tweaker the other person,
exactly.
you know?
That's the fun part.
I love
It's
it.
like, all right, you hit it too good. I can't
My
grab
favorite
it.
shit
Good
is
job.
like, you know, like people that think like, oh yeah, I got it so good. It's wedged in there and they come with those little dollies and go, and then they're just pushing the car out and fuck, you know.
You know what's the greatest thing? The fucking Indians fucking live on the res. They get a fucking
Dude.
truck, and as long as they don't leave that fucking reservation with that vehicle, repo man can't go get their shit.
It just dawned on me.
What?
You're a fucking albino native. You fit all the criteria.
Is that, no, I don't drink though. I don't fit all the
some of them did
criteria.
get sober at a young age.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe I think you're albino native, you know, and instead of smoking peyote, you just found weed. But no, maybe you should do that. See if you could, like, I know, like, you can't, like, get money from the casino unless they do a blood test. But can you join a tribe?
I already checked into it.
Can you join a tribe? Them like,
Because-
hey guys, I'm here.
No.
And I hope.
My dad was a quarter Cherokee,
Mm-hmm.
and so I looked into like seeing if I could get some of that reparation money. And you got to be like our family tribe, like came out of Oklahoma or some shit, or his ancestors, right? Chased it down, but I wasn't enough percentage. They were requiring more.
Yeah, because you got.
I did look into it though, 100%.
Your dad was drunk when he told you that story. He said, "I used to have a Jeep Cherokee."
I never seen.
Oh, we're Cherokee, Dad.
Never seen my dad drunk one time. No, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he-
anyway, but the point is maybe you should see, right? If you could join, right? And then just
join
get a
the
house.
tribe to get some of the money.
Well, no, because you can't get the money, right? Join like the poor tribe, like become like a Navajo or like the ones that don't have casinos.
Uh-huh.
And maybe they'll give you a little spot up by page on the res. And you go out and just finance whatever the fuck you want and park that shit there because they can't come and repo it. That's
Yeah,
why
they
they all
can't.
have new cars.
I know.
That's your
Can't
move.
touch it.
That's your
But
play.
have you seen the res? I don't want to live on the res, dude.
Why?
Because it's terrible.
It's full of people that work equally as hard as you.
No, it's like a third world country, dude. That's just
Nah.
scary.
I don't know. They got it going on. I think the thing is they keep that shit real fucked up right from the road. Like when you're going to Page and you look over and you see like, man, I can't believe it. I bet you on the other side of the hill, they got some
they
shit.
got the mansions over there.
I don't know about mansions, but I bet it's badass.
Yeah.
You know, like Havasupai Falls and stuff, you know. I bet like you're going to Page and if you just went over, you know, it might you can't go over and check. How would you know?
True.
They probably got some cool stuff.
Maybe.
And if you go Page the other way, like going to Colorado, like we just did that a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
There's some stuff where you're like, man, this looks impoverished, but like, I wonder what's on the other side of the mountain. Like, they probably legit got like whatever. It might be a whole nother Sedona on the other side of there. You just don't know
maybe
about
a
it.
water park.
No, exactly. Probably a water park. It's like Dubai.
Yeah, right.
You go to the other side, the indoor snowboarding in the summer.
partying.
It's just
Fucking hey.
yeah, I
Living
don't know,
the fucking
man.
dream, man.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if it was intentional or not. I would assume it was, but they waxed the natives when they picked out what they got. It's like, oh, here's a bunch of stuff that like you can't cultivate, and like there's no wild
No
animals.
shit. You think the government was nice to them?
Oh, they waxed them.
Government ain't nice to no one.
Yeah, no, they super hosed them. But
Oh, they fucked them good.
but yeah, I don't know, man. I think that repo job is probably for not me.
I mean, I wouldn't do it because it requires you to actually like, you gotta like hook up the cars, and like that's just so much labor. I'm not trying to do all that.
Well, you don't do anything anyway, so all
Like
of
if
it
they
would be
needed like
too
a
much.
repo assistant where I just sit in the passenger seat, I could do that. And like direct the driver on where to go, you know?
No, you wouldn't even do that.
I mean, well, I just if it was good hours, I mean, I go from like midnight till 3 a.m., but I need like $200 for the 3 hours.
I work 12 to 3.
Yeah, and I need like a 150 a night at least.
Hey, you read King Hillbilly Repo. If you call between 12 and 3, we're open. We're on the line. Outside of that, leave us a message. Also, we're only open Monday through Wednesday. Beep. It's like 9 hours a week.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I got a fucking DoorDash fucking Thursday through Sunday. I can't be repoing my.
That'd be the worst part is you'd go repo somebody's shit and your cheap ass would be out running DoorDash in their car.
No shit.
They'd come and be like, hey, I had a full tank and not as many dents.
Why do you think I drove Josh's car here? I just traded this fucking Corvette for this car. It had a half a tank. By the time he gets back in town tomorrow, that thing's gonna be on E. But fuck him.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're gonna drive it just enough to make it through the drive cycle, and then the check engine light's gonna come on. You guys are gonna figure out all the terrible things about that car.
No, that guy drove from Anaheim to trade.
And he probably stopped every 42 miles.
He had a scanner with him.
Oh yeah,
in
his
his
scanner
pocket.
just happened to work.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, his
He had
scanner.
a scanner. Was deleting codes on driving. He had it hooked up to the OBD port, huh?
Oh my
Stop.
God.
That car's solid, man.
No such thing.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Those cars are whack, but they make a couple. Don't they have like a demon version of it?
I don't know. I think
I think
an
they make
SRT
one.
version of it. It's the Chrysler 300. But that one's got the Hemi in it. It's a pretty cool car, man. It's solid, man.
So I think 23 this year is the last year of big horsepower. I think after that, no more. Like no more of the Hellcat, TRX, like all that
Why
stuff's
not?
gone.
Such good sellers.
It was.
You see how many motherfuckers got Hellcats?
Oh,
Fuck.
everybody's got them.
That's what I'm saying. Why would they delete that?
Yeah, no, but it's well, those are going electric. That's done.
That's so fucking stupid.
But like the TRX, I'm pretty sure they're done. They're no more. 23 is the last year.
TRX is a piece of shit, anyways.
How do you figure?
It's just a piece of shit.
In which regard?
Nobody wants a truck with that high horsepower.
Who doesn't?
You know, fucking flip it or roll it, right?
No.
What the fuck's the
We've
point?
got
of it?
traction control.
Hey, I got fucking 8,000 horsepower. I can jump hills. You ain't jumping shit in a brand new truck that costs 150 grand.
No, but I mean, it was just the novelty of it. It was pretty cool. So, but they're gone
I just don't
anyways.
see the functionality of it. It's,
Well,
just, it's not there.
Of anything is that, look at the stupid ass truck you drive.
Yeah,
It 12-inch lift or whatever.
it still does what it needs to do.
It doesn't do anything. It's the shittiest fucking lift in the world. That thing broke how many times?
what, the lift?
Yeah.
Never.
Nah, shut up. I'm driving around
I broke
with
a shock and then I broke the other shock.
Yeah, shocking.
Well, you got to think. I mean, this lift kit was cheap. It was fucking $1,200.
But
shipped to my
anyway, the
door,
point is
so you're
what's the
gonna-
point of anything? The thing is it's cool to have. And
I
think
just-
about the
I didn't
TRX.
think they were that cool.
Well, the
for
thing
the
about it
price.
is they're faster than a Hellcat to like 60 because it's the unlimited traction, right? So that's the cool thing about it. So it's just like you got a truck, but it's also like a race truck. The SRT 10, the Ford always does a bad job at performance stuff. Ford doesn't and never has had any quality performance anything. The Mustangs are
Well,
trash.
Their special race cars are badass, but
Yeah,
as
okay.
far as what
Yeah.
what they sell to the
Yeah, no.
general market, no, they haven't been. I agree with you there.
No, somebody said those trucks will cycle through Bear Jack. The problem with the TRX is it's not collectible. That's why I sold mine. The thing is, they made too many of them. I've seen landscapers with the TRX.
Yeah,
That's when like in the 1930s, there was a saying that when the shoe shine guy is giving you stock advice, the market's oversold. And when you see the fucking landscaper driving a $105,000 car to work, not worrying about the 8 miles a gallon, the economy's too good. If you can make that much fucking money as a landscaper, okay, we got a real problem with inflation.
100%.
A real fucking problem. And but no, it was a cool car. It was the coolest car. The new Raptor is supposed to, they're gonna make a limited. Raptor's a piece of shit.
Such a piece of shit. I agree
but-
with you there.
Mustang's a piece of shit. They don't make a good Mustang.
I mean, the 2015 my wife had was actually a pretty solid car. The
For who?
interior was
And
pretty
for what?
cramped though,
The
but
thing is tiny. Compared to the Mopar products, it's just not even a comparison.
they make a bigger, faster car, you know.
Yeah, that even Chevy, it's a more refined product.
What, Cadillac?
No, like the Camaro, the Corvette. You know, it's
That Camaro sucks. Those Corvettes fucking suck.
Camaro's got the iconic look, man. Why did they never? Okay, so you remember the first one that ever happened was the Thunderbird.
Yeah,
It was like in 03.
Came
They
with-
made a throwback Thunderbird.
Oh, that was terrible. That thing was
I
terrible.
get it.
Yeah.
But it was a throwback, right?
Yeah.
And then that followed suit with a bunch of stuff. Why did like Chevy never come out and make a repeat of like a 69 Camaro? It just, they never did it.
The
You know,
original,
all the new cars that were supposed to look old,
yeah.
you know, the Camaro just never got done.
Yeah. The original Thunderbird was actually made to compete with the Corvette. You know, it was Ford's
It's a
two-door
poor
coupe,
man.
and they came with the 460 big block. They were fucking fast back in the day.
Problem is, back in the day, all you wanted to do was go straight.
Yeah.
You know, now, like even with the TRX, the whole thing, the fit, the finish, the screen, you know, the backup camera, you got to have all that technology in there. Otherwise, you really don't have a nice car. That's why cars cost so much, is you got to have all those things, you know. In order to have a nice car now, you got to have
All
a
the
fucking
amenities.
moonroof in the truck.
Well, yeah, we've done it to ourselves. You know, you can't just have a CD player anymore because all your fucking music's on your goddamn phone, right? So it's like you jump in a car with a CD player and you're just like, who the fuck's using this thing? Who has a
Yeah.
disc anymore?
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Back in the
And-
day, I
and-
had the whole fucking book. You know, you'd have a book of
Oh.
500 CDs, and
Yeah.
you're flipping through it while driving with your fucking knee and smoking a cigarette at the
Yeah.
same time with a beer in your hand, right? Trying to find the right fucking song or the right.
But
CD.
they wax you now, so like that was the thing with like the TRX had the Harman Kardon radio. Well, you know, and that thing was like really good, but it was like a $4,000 option. You know, it wasn't free.
It's
you know.
expensive.
But why does nobody? I always think about this.
Huh.
Why is there not? And I don't know why, because there's probably not a like. Remember the Geo Metro?
Yeah.
Right, 3-cylinder, but it was an economy thing. I think at that time I was little, but it was like, name it, but it was like $4,000. You
Yeah.
got a brand new car.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't going to win any race or any beauty show. It was a new car.
Yeah.
It would get you down the road.
Yeah.
Why?
They still do it.
Who?
Ford Fiesta, the Chevy Sonic, or the Chevy Spark.
But it's probably what, like $18,000 for.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's
obviously,
what I'm saying. So why?
yeah.
Why is it you
the
can't
Kia,
go buy?
the Kia Rio used to
something-
be like $8,900.
Yeah, why can't you go buy
Brand
a
new.
car that's real simple? You open the hood, all the parts are there. It's all modular, right? You could fix it. You could work on it.
Uh-huh.
9 out of 10 new cars, if you can't even find out where the spark plugs are.
They made it that way so they could only be the ones that fix it. They
Yeah,
don't want you
it-
fixing your own car.
And that's exactly what it is. All these car manufacturers are like printer companies. We'll give you the printer type of thing. We got to, sell you the ink.
Yeah.
You know. So what they do is they wax you both sides. The car's expensive,
Yeah.
and they're going to charge you to fix it. All those stupid little parts, and
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know why somebody doesn't make like a decent car that you could work on. None of this new shit, you can't even work on it. You know.
I don't think they're allowed to anymore. There's no fucking free market doesn't exist. You know, it's just. You
Well, there's
can't
only
just-
so many
you can't
manufacturers.
just do what the fuck you want anymore with anything.
Yeah.
It's like you have so many regular. It's not it's not your fucking grandpa's company anymore. Where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna create this product. You gotta fucking market it. You gotta fucking make sure it's okay with the government if you can even make that product.
All of it, yeah.
All of it. You know, you
And
gotta
it's probably so
adhere to the
expensive.
fucking guidelines of even the diesel trucks. You know, oh my god, they're so fucking censored. It's gonna be. It comes to the point where it's like, what the fuck? Nobody drives a diesel anymore, right? Because what's the point? You know, you gotta fucking
Yeah.
put all these additives to make these fucking diesels clean, right? When it's just stupid.
With like airplanes, it's the same thing because like parts are so expensive to get manufactured and approved. There are still a lot of gaskets that are cork, and so there's manufacturers still building cork gaskets because
That's cool.
it would cost so much money to get the engineering passed through the FAA and blah 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 to use a gasket that would actually last, and
So they're just still using old school shit, is what you're saying?
because it's way more cost effective. But the end
Yeah.
user now, you're paying. Not only are you paying so much more because only this dickhead in one state makes the cork gasket, and he's the only one approved.
Yeah.
But not just that, the cork gasket doesn't last as long. So every 15 hours, you got to change that cork gasket, and it can only be done by this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff like that goes on, but I don't know. It's like part of it's like for safety, because if not, people like you'd be like, oh yeah, me and Martin just opened an airline shop, and bring your plane by.
We do own an airline shop.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we could work on anything.
I get it.
100%. What do you need fixed?
You go pick
we
it
got
up.
it.
Yeah, Daniel, you'd be like, hey man, how's my jet dough? way better, dude. You had a jet engine. I put 19 Predators and all of them. I'm not talking about one or two. I'm saying all 19. We put bigger cams and everything. And we're going to go ahead and do that for you. You know, guy over there pull start fucking airplane. You know, the whole wing just full of with little propellers, you know. Would probably work. Hey, what's the incentive here? I'm having a hard time following you. Well, for one, it's way faster. You know?
Yeah, those Predators used to be a good deal. Those things aren't a good deal anymore.
At 150 or
You
whatever.
couldn't fucking sell me one. They were cool when they were $99 with the coupon or whatever have you. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what they're wanting for it now, $150. And is that with the coupon? The 149 deal? Aren't they like
Yeah,
179? Like fuck, that's
The
not
last time we bought them, they were like 130 or something on
that's
sale.
mini bikes were cool because it was like, all right, you want to go
It's affordable.
You want to go race the fuck out of it. You can blow up that engine the same day. We're going down to Harbor Freight with a $100 bill and getting a brand new
New
motor.
one and start
4
over.
bolts popping on. We're fucking
Yeah.
racing again. Now it's getting to the point where it's like
That whole
fuck.
mini bike thing, it's expensive in general. You know, it's like right on the cusp of just buy a dirt bike.
Used to be fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Now to get anything worth of shit that's fast, you know, it's a couple grand, you know, to get something
But
at
at the
least, you know, minimum.
But at the same time, it's still impressive to me that like if I went and bought a 450 dirt bike, you know, even with a street tire on it, I'm not convinced I could beat it to 70 faster than like the mini bike Daniel built today. You know what I'm saying? And so that part's kind of cool. You can get some dude out on just
Power to weight. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta think the mini bike you lift it up is what 70 fucking pounds total
Yeah.
package, you
you know, and so that part's kind of cool. But then the problem is it gets carried away. It's like, okay, well now it's like, let's make a fast mini bike. Well, then you're going to do electric. There would be no reason not to. But the problem is now it's unlimited money, you know? So it's like, oh, we're making a fast mini bike. Like you know, we can make now the fastest mini bike in the state easily. But $6,000, like fuck, you could buy a lot of things for that kind of money, you know, and it's got to have like custom this and custom that, you know, and it's like, okay, well now it's not affordable,
Yeah, no, exactly.
you know, and so that's kind of you know, there was an old thing with the American manufactured car companies. It was like you can have a fast car, you can have a reliable car, and you can have a cheap car, but you can only pick two. You know, you can't have fast, reliable, and cheap, you know. And so that's kind of the same thing with the mini bikes. It's like, well, I can make it the fastest mini bike in the world. It's going to be electric, you know, but it won't be cheap.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking
Right. But it's also going to be reliable, right? Now you could take a gas mini bike, make it super fast and pretty affordable, but it's not going to be reliable.
reliable for how long though?
On an electric,
Yeah.
unlimited.
See, no, not unlimited. The
No, like these new
the
batteries-
died.
Well, they die, you just recharge them, just like anything.
I get you. No, but there's only so many times you recharge them for the batteries.
But it's like 1,000 charge cycles.
Yeah, so if you ride that fucking thing every day, 18 times a day, how many times
18 times a day.
Yeah, how many times?
If you spend 24 hours a
That's
day
what I'm
on
saying.
it for
It's the same
365,
thing with those shitty Tesla cars. Nobody realizes it yet, but those fucking things are all pieces of shit. You can't afford the batteries. It's a disposable vehicle, right? The engine goes out in my truck. Guess what? Fucking 19th Avenue and Broadway's got a motor for me for $800.
oh, I bet that's a
They're gonna
really
guarantee
well
it
taken
for
care of
90
battery.
days, right?
I bet that
I'm
motor.
just saying, and I put it in the afternoon. Okay, good luck with your $20,000 batteries that you can't afford. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
you always go to the extreme.
you're
The
not
thing
selling
is-
me on that electric bullshit. I'm sorry.
Well, and nor would I try to, because it's like I said, you're priced out of it. But you know, the thing about it is like you don't drive. How many miles are on your truck?
With the coupon, they're just under 170.
Don't change the conversation. How many miles on your truck?
65,000.
See, I put almost that many miles on my truck this year,
Okay.
right? But your truck's like 6 years old.
Yeah, it's a 2017. Yeah, I've had it for 6 years now. I got it beginning in 2017.
Right.
Yeah,
So you're driving like 10,000 miles a year.
Yeah, which is average.
Yeah, but most of those miles were put on the first 2 years anyways. But the point is like electric car, you could do that. No problem. You don't have to change a battery right now.
That truck's going to last me the rest of my life.
Yeah, especially if you're driving at 1,000 miles a
electric
year.
ain't going to last me the rest of my fucking life. It's just
Uh,
common sense.
I mean,
You can never see. Here's the thing: is that the world's not going to go completely electric. It's always going to be the need for fossil fuels, and it's not going. We're not going to see it in our lifetime, right? It's just not going to happen. There's too much oil companies own a lot of people, and so they're not going to let that happen. It's just not in the cards.
And I agree with you. In that aspect, the other thing is like we've not figured out a way to move freight with electric. See, all the other developed nations, their whole economy moves by train, right? Which you can use electric. You can't do that in the United States. Everything moves by truck. Nothing moves by train, And so, yeah, to that aspect, sure. But if you're talking about, I want to make something fast or powerful, you can't have that conversation any longer and be like, I'm going to use gas.
I get you, but fast and cool or fast and stupid?
But the only thing that's going to compete with like a Tesla Plaid is a fucking roller coaster. There's no gas car out there that's going to challenge it, or it just doesn't.
I hear you, but the sound is part of that, right? The
motor
sound,
there's the fascination part of anything, and I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is, you can't have the conversation anymore of I'm going to make something fast with fossil fuel, right? So that's done.
I'll give you that.
That's one. The second one is here pretty soon. You won't be able to have the conversation of I have a luxury car or a nice car that's gas, right? It's just not going to be the case. All the premium and premier manufacturers of anything are going that way. So that's the second thing. So there's always going to be somebody going, hey, it's really cheap to ride the bus. And then a lot of people are going, well, yeah, it is a lot very affordable to ride the bus. It goes all the way that way and then all the way that way. It goes at 90-degree angles. And that's going to be the same conversation with your car, the Tesla rockets. Yeah, go fucking get on one of those and go down to Dobson and Elliott, motherfucker. Get Tesla rocket. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to compare. What's faster than Tesla Plaid? Well, a rocket is faster. You know what else is probably faster? Whoever wrote that, your fucking orgasm. That probably a lot faster than Tesla Plaid.
Oh, I take the cake on that.
Oh yeah, a quarter mile.
Oh, 2 pumps up.
Yeah, if you could do the quarter mile on that, but Tesla Plaid barely getting started. All right, here we go. Mike's done already there.
100%.
Yeah, what happens first? Tesla Plaid does an 8th mile, or Mike finishes?
Yeah, I beat that fucking Plaid all day, and I'm running on fossil fuel. Fuck you.
Yeah, so there's always going to be the hey, I'm trying to do this as affordable as possible.
Yeah,
but that's going to run its course. Right now, right in my truck, fuel's $4.50 a gallon for diesel. Right.
All right.
If you double that, shit's not cute anymore. $9 a gallon, and it will probably end up that way.
You could just do like I do and just do free gas. I just use my friend's stuff and I don't ever put fuel in it. So it works out perfect.
Just drive somebody else's car.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to have on Dave Ramsey, right? And
Are we?
Yeah, and we're going to say, Dave Ramsey, what do you think? Like, what's the most affordable way to travel?
Forgot to shout him out. This week's podcast brought to you by New Era Hat Company. So just to let you guys know. If you ever need a hat that's quality that doesn't run on electric, New Era, the best in the fucking business. Can't beat them.
Dave Ramsey. So I'm looking for a little financial advice. I really feel like my fuel bill is a little heavy, Dave. What do you think? Travis, I'd say steal somebody's car, drive somebody's car. Do what you got to do to not use your own.
Yeah. There's options.
If I get a Homer Simpson, like we did that episode where he's like recycling cans. Using Marge's credit card to buy the beer, and then he drinks the beer and then recycles the can. It's 100% profit.
Yeah. So you know what the best part about me having my truck is, right? Is nobody can ever call me up and be like, "Hey, Mike, can we use your truck for this, or can I come borrow it?" Well, you sure can. Problem is when you get in it and it says 0 miles to empty and the fucking things, I always win in that scenario because you can't give me less gas than when you started with. You barely make it to Circle K without running out, right? Because I don't ever have gas in it.
Might not even get that far.
So when they bring it back, I always got more than what I started with. So it works out perfect,
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
I mean, I guess
people call me, hey man, can you help me move? Nah, man, I ain't got no gas in my truck and I'm pretty broke right now, So I can't go. you want to come by and give me some money, I can maybe help you move, but
Well, you ain't helping nobody.
no,
shit.
I ain't doing that shit either, right? But
That's a scam too.
yeah.
I feel like we got to go here soon, but that is the biggest scam going is moving. And we've all had that friend that moves every Thursday. Every second week they're moving. And for years it's always been like, man, we got the pizza and the beer, and it's like I got pizza and beer myself. I got a friend that was helping somebody move and flipped a sofa sleeper over.
Yeah.
Cut their pinky off.
Shut up. Real story?
Yeah, true.
See, I'll go to Home Depot and pick up a couple guys to help you move.
Oh, to help you move. They're gonna move your shit to their shit.
I'll grab that in my truck. I'll bring that to your house and drop it off. But you ain't seeing my fat ass carrying nothing. Like, honestly, dude, I'm fucking damn near 40, bro. Who's moving at 40?
Dude.
I'm not doing it.
Carla and I gotta move out of the apartment. And so the big ticket items, we have a couch. Right. Keep in mind we have an elevator, but we have a couch and then we got 2 beds. Now, I'm hiring a moving company.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Last time you fucking moved yourself. You were videoing when you were moving that fucking couch.
But we went from the second floor to the 4th floor.
I was still hired a moving company to move me 2 floors. Get the fuck out of here.
We did it ourselves, and
it was terrible, wasn't it?
Well, we had to move 3 things.
There was only 3 things?
Well, we had a couch.
All right.
And then 2 beds. The other stuff, you see, the problem is the moving company's not going to pack. It's not a packing company. So I bought all these Rubbermaid things, and we put them all on the Rubbermaid things, and I just had flat carts, and we just moved it from one apartment to the other. But moving's a nightmare, and moving for.
Oh, I hope I never have to do it again. I don't ever want to do it again. And I shouldn't have to.
You guys have so much stuff. Fuck.
We don't have that much shit.
You got a 3,000 square foot or whatever 4,000 square foot house, whatever it is.
33.
Yeah. And that thing is full.
Not really. I got a lot of open space.
You got more than 3 sectionals. What do you mean not really?
What do you mean?
You got a couch thing in your thing, and there's the biggest couch I've ever seen in the other thing, and then upstairs you got one.
Yeah, but who doesn't have 3 couches?
Shut up. All right, we gotta go. It's been right on.
What the fuck? Why are we leaving?
Because we're like Joe Rogan. It gotta be an hour.
No, I mean it can be 4 hours. I got all night.
We out of beer.
I mean, I grab you one. You want me to get you one?
Yeah, and then we go for another 4 or 5 minutes. Give me a talk can.
All right, cool.
Mikey getting beer just because he got nothing better to do. Some of us got stuff to do tomorrow, Mike. Not everybody's got not only the day off, but you got the fucking month off. You probably got the year off.
I've been working solid. Just
you ain't working shit.
Better, so
no, fucking driving fucking DoorDash is not working.
It is working.
Yeah, good one.
100%.
I'm
making killer bucks right now.
Here, how about this though, right? Even if that paid real big money, which it doesn't.
It does.
I mean,
$30 an hour before gas, that's nothing to shake a stick at. That's bomb ass money. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, let me give you.
You can only be so lucky.
There. Be so lucky. Oh, God. Lord, thank you for sunshine. Fucking Mike, that's got the fucking happy as shit.
Dude.
So, serious question.
Okay.
Let's assume it probably won't happen, right? Because I'm sure it won't. But let's say it did.
What?
Your kids want to do fucking bring your dad to, what is it called? Bring your dad's work to school day. What's the thing when career day, and then you go in and tell people what you got going on.
I'm fucking going. Is that the question?
See, okay, Caleb calls, Dad, we got career day. I'm going.
Okay.
To tell the kids,
oh God,
stay in school, or this is what the fuck you gonna have to end up doing, right? I learned the hard way. I'm going as an example of what not to do. Literally, that's what I would do as a service to the children, right? I would say, hey, college is a real thing. It's a place where a lot of people go, and you can get a true experience and education and go and become something. Okay. Don't sell yourself short. There's going to be some construction job that offers itself up. It's going to be paying higher than minimum wage. Don't fall for the trick. Do not fall.
Work 90 hours a week.
Do not fall for that old rope-a-dope bullshit.
100%.
That's what I'm doing. Okay? But you're going to go, school is a thing, kind of sucks. DoorDash is real. It's not a fallacy. It's not a fictional place in a book. DoorDash
Listen.
is a place where you can go and achieve your life's work and mission.
100%. I'll
Yeah.
tell all the kids about how to drive the DoorDash and what I do. And I'll
Yeah.
tell them about my Uber rides that went south. You know, I had a couple of those. One guy jumped out of the fucking car. Did I ever tell you about that fucking one?
Jumped out of the car.
Yeah, I picked up some.
Was it
tweakers.
Josh?
No, this was a completely different.
Josh
guy.
has jumped
Yeah,
right the fuck out of a
we
moving
jumped out
car.
of multiple cars. But anyway, it's driving fucking Lyft. I get this fucking guy, and it's about 3 a.m. I pick him up in Scottsdale, and he's like tweaked out, like bad, really, really bad. And so
Right.
he's in my back seat, and he pulls off the headrest to the passenger seat, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck you doing? And he's like, I'm checking for cameras, you know. And I'm like, bro.
Oh, you got a tweaker.
Yeah, I said you need. But he was like spun, right? Not just a little spun. He was out there, right? He was
Badass.
So I said, man, I said, you need to put my fucking headrest back. Like, there's no cameras in here. You need to chill the fuck out, right? And then this guy starts getting really aggressive, right? I see it in his face, right?
Right.
He's got his fence glitched, and he's fucking pissed. I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna reach over and punch me, bro, or something, right? So I'm like, I'm sitting here. The ride's going on for about 4 minutes now, and I'm like, I'm really contemplating, like, how do I pull over and tell this guy to get out, right? Because he was a big motherfucker, first off, and I don't want to shoot him, but this guy's gonna punch me if I ask him to get the fuck out of the car, right? So I'm thinking how I'm gonna politely get this guy out of my car, right?
It would have been so
and all of a
easy.
sudden, back fucking door opens. We're going down this road about 30 miles an hour. He fucking bails, bro. I slammed that motherfucker in park, dude. Get out to make sure this dude's fine. He's laying in the street, dude. Completely arm dislocated, just laying there flopping, right? I said, hey, man, stay still, bro. I'm going to call 911. Chill the fuck out. Pops up
Like
with
a
his
deer.
left right arm and just books.
That's how,
Gone.
yeah, just like a deer.
Gone.
Yeah, tweakers are badass. See, they're like immortal.
Called fucking Lyft. Documented the incident. Just wanted to make sure I'm in the fucking clear, right? Homeboy jumped out. They said, you call 911? I said, nope. He jumped up and left. They said, you kidding me? Not kidding. Dude popped up. Arm fucking
And what did
flailing
Lyft do? They don't care.
What?
That Pakistani guy calls in. Okay,
Oh,
sir,
they just
thank you
fucking
for
took a reporter. They didn't take a report. Lyft doesn't give a shit, right? That's the biggest fucking scam company there is. You know how many people have tried to sue that company and have not succeeded, right? Oh, they're fucking amazing.
Crock as shit.
They
Yeah.
fucking run the show when it comes to pimping. You want to talk about the biggest pimps in the world? Lyft, Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats. God damn.
The guy that started Uber, you know, his name's Travis, so he's genius.
Is his name really Travis? He's
Yeah.
fucking killing it. Those guys just pimp you out.
Yeah, it started. They were actually partying in South Africa, and they were a bunch of rich guys. And so what happened is they were all bitching about taxi cabs. And so he said, when we get back to the United States, we're going to buy a parking garage and fill it completely full of executive cars and have an executive taxi service because everybody will pay more for that.
Uh-huh.
So they came back and that was the plan. And they went through the first round of angel investing. And basically somebody came along and said, let's not own anything. Let's just create an app. And that was kind of on the forefront of the app thing. And so they developed the app and said, you know what? Fucking, you're right. These people will bring their own cars and blah, blah, blah. And then at some point, they just went from the executive thing and just created regular people driving other people around. And
Yeah, no, I
So-
remember it being originally started as a black car service.
That's
kind of
what it
deal,
was,
right?
yeah.
And then now it's a shit car service. Oh, you can't get a shittier ride than a Lyft and Uber ride. Have you
Dude.
seen some of these guys? They buy these fucking Priuses for about $1,800 that are falling apart. They got no back door. They got a net.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Jump in the
Nah,
Uber.
see, I'll be honest with you. I got control issues already. So, like, it's a real problem.
This is why you drive most of the time.
Honestly, like, okay, if you drink and drive and you get a DUI, okay, it's going to cost like 30 grand. If you get in an Uber, it might cost you your fucking life. That shit can be expensive.
They could.
Yeah. Like, you're sorry ass falling asleep
No,
driving
you
people
got
around.
some, you got some dipshit fucking driving
you.
most of the no, not
You,
me. I was a,
you fell asleep driving.
no, I didn't fall asleep.
Oh, what the fuck happened? You rear-ended a park car on the goddamn freeway.
Yeah, but it was raining, and the car malfunctioned. We've been over this. The car malfunctioned.
Yeah.
That Nissan Sentra
The
had a
fucking-
recall that year for automatic braking.
The car-
because the robot braked when it wasn't supposed to
The-
and made me slide out.
The car forgot to stop. Right.
Yeah,
Good
fuck
one.
you.
Yeah, fuck you and everybody else that drives them bullshit fucking Lyft cars.
I'm a great driver.
Yeah, rear-ended a fucking car on the freeway. Sounds pretty great to
One
me.
fucking time, and you're gonna hold it against me forever?
Once.
I don't fucking understand it. I never ever fucking rear-ended another one.
They fired you. How could
They
you?
didn't fire me.
You didn't. You stopped doing it, and they got rid of the rental car thing.
Well, yeah, no, COVID happened, and I didn't want to. I was in fear for my life from the virus, so I had to take time off, man. Unemployment had to take
You
care
got
of me.
the EIDL loan, and we're like, yeah, I'm gonna kick it. Fuck you.
Listen, I tried to make my business work. Okay, I tried to put that money into the business and make it successful, and it.
Oh, so
Okay.
coincidentally, you ran a parked car. The EIDL loan comes through, and you're getting paid in the shade bigger than ever.
No, I wasn't getting paid in the shit because I was investing all that money back into my business.
Oh yeah, you're right back in there.
100%.
Just
I
like
was
me.
trying to help. Listen, I was trying to fucking make my shit successful.
Hey, right on. Build back better,
Trying
baby.
to be a fucking good citizen over
Bro,
here.
you're the best citizen, and nobody pay more taxes and help the poor like you do. Get some Girl Scout cookies or do something
I help
productive.
the poor all the fucking time. You know how many times I bought Martin lunch?
That's a beyond poor. That's the impoverished.
He buys me lunch too, though.
You should be able to write them off on your taxes.
You think I can?
Yeah. I was actually going to call him. He did me the biggest solid ever.
What?
I told you about the pipe.
Oh, bringing the pipes to you.
Yeah, and he got waxed in the deal, and it wasn't intentional.
I'm waxed in the deal. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, he's right here. No, literally, like, okay, so I was like, yo, this.
Tell me the deal then.
So I found this pipe that I need my drift track tires. Well,
Okay.
for Daniel and I's drift track.
The PVC.
But yeah, so I
Big
found this
PVC,
guy,
yeah.
and that stuff's $1,200 a piece,
How big's the fucking piece?
20 foot, right?
1,200.
No, but that's what it cost new. So
Okay.
long story short, this
Okay.
guy's like, oh, I got it, and he's willing to sell it for like I think it was $150. And keep in mind, I need this much. Well, in order to get
Wait,
this
he's
much,
willing to sell it for $150 is what you're saying.
yeah, for the whole pipe.
Oh shit,
Right?
hell yeah. All right,
And
deal.
so Carla and I were hanging out that day, and I just felt bad. I was like, fuck. It was a Sunday. Wanted to hang out with her. And also, I'm like, fuck, this thing's on the other side of town. So long story short, I hit Martin up. I'm like, dude, it's right just by your house in North Phoenix, you know?
yeah.
And he was like, oh, this is great. I said, yeah, can you go grab these couple pieces of pipe? No big deal. Guys can cut it in thirds. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, shh, say no more. I said, how much you need? He was like, it'll just be a little bit to get there and back. It was like $100. I'm like, cool. I sent the address. He sent me a screenshot of the fucking map. Start off. One thing. It was 39 minutes north of Martin. And he lives in
Jesus
North.
fucking Christ. How do you get north of Martin? You gotta
Yeah.
be at the Boulders Resort.
It was all-
You gotta be at the Boulders Resort if you're north of Martin.
It
That's
was-
or Bartlett Lake. Where the fuck were these people
Dude,
at? They were at the lake?
It was all the way there and farther. So anyway, I'm like,
God
oh, I feel
damn.
terrible. I said, don't worry. I said, I'll hook you up. Let me know what it's going to cost, And he said, okay, no problem. So he sends me the guy sends me a picture. I cut this pipe in thirds, a 20-foot pipe.
Okay.
He cut it down in thirds. So it's like 7-foot sections,
Okay.
So he sends me a picture. I sent it to Martin, and Martin sent me back like laughing emoji. He goes, I can't lift that. I go, dude, it's plastic.
He's heavy.
Dude, heavy. This thing's a fucking 100 and like something pounds a piece.
Yeah, what the
But
fuck?
oh, I text Martin. I'm like, yo, it's fucking plastic. You can lift it. How could you not? Right?
You make this motherfucker go there.
I had no idea.
Pump iron.
I know now.
Dry. I mean, how
That-
did you
that-
get this poor motherfucker?
That one pipe is like 300 and something pounds, right?
Yeah.
And so, anyway, he's come back to the shop. I got the garage door up.
It's not thin PVC. That's what you're thinking.
No, it's
The
1
thin
inch.
Shit you get at Lowe's, like that shit's light.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no,
long story
motherfucker.
short,
God
man.
damn, how
it-
much you paying for that endeavor?
Honestly, I threw him an extra little bit, and I didn't really hook him
You
up too
fucked
much.
him?
Yeah,
You're
that,
a dick.
That
What a dick.
that for sure.
Next
Uh,
go around, you got to take care of him, man.
Dude,
'Cause
yeah,
that
so
was a
anyway-
fuckery.
So what? The thing about it is, I didn't realize it because Carlo and I were going to the Coyotes game. I said, "Hey, you need me to stop by the shop?" He said, "No, I got it." And so he's just a trooper. So I hit the button on the garage door. He drug all that shit, put it in the thing. No big deal. So the next day, Monday,
He unloaded by himself too.
yeah. So he
Oh,
put it in the
God,
shop.
you're a
I'm like,
fucking
I'm like,
cocksucker.
of course that shit's not heavy. Martin put it in here by himself. So the next day, of course, my right hand fucking man was out selling fucking fortune cookies, couldn't help me. So I'm like, hey, no big deal. I'm gonna slide this shit out. I had to use a fucking dolly. And keep in mind, it's in
Yeah.
thirds. That shit was like
It's not
150
light.
pounds a piece.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Martin did the whole thing. So, at any rate, he hooked it up.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it got here.
Oh,
you
it's
can-
here. So if anybody needs
If anybody
any,
needs PVC for a drift trike, they got you covered
it's
over
ready
here.
to
They got
go.
8,000 feet of it around back. You just got to lift it yourself and cut it yourself.
100%.
Just tell you what, you cut it with a grinder like that last shit I seen a picture of. That shit ain't gonna fly.
It's a nightmare. All right, we got to go now.
Are we leaving?
Yeah, somebody
Hey,
said
by the way,
I'm drunk and rambling.
I'm on a weight loss journey this year, so everybody follow. You know, hold on, I'm gonna show you. This is gonna get smaller. So check me out. I gotta do a screenshot. Watch it shrink.